Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Daily Income Blueprint video tutorial. And today we are entering into week five, and the week five in the daily framework is Y, which is yield, that is yield result for iteration. And in class 9, which we are doing today, we'll be talking about understanding market feedback. And the core message here is that your results are not a fair, rather, your results are data, and you are meant to use this data for iteration. So, for you to understand and reposition yourself and then improve to get better results. Let's have an overview of what this class will be talking about. This class will be doing a reality check. The truth is that most Nigerians quit at this particular point. They post a few times and then they do not get sales and they say AI know the work. I mean, the truth is this: those who are winning online are consistent. They are doing what Choma Ifanyeze says, mad marketing. I mean, you don't expect that you just show up once and then you start killing it or you start winning. You are not the only person online. There are so many people online, and everybody is fighting to get the market share. In the niche that you are pushing, you are not the only person in that niche. You need to, position yourself as a big authority, and that can only be done by consistently putting out content that attract people, content that speak to the pain points of the people, content that will establish you as somebody who they can trust, who they can, say that if I work with this person, I'm very convinced that this person is the next Messiah. He is the next Moses or the next Joshua that will hold me by the hand and walk me into the promised land. That is the reality. It doesn't mean that AI does not work, but AI works, but you need to be consistent. You need to persevere. You need to establish yourself. You remember that the framework that we are working is the D.A.I.L.Y. And this week 5, we are actually talking about the Y, which means the yield result through iteration. And don't forget that in class 7, we talked about the four monetization models, the four simple monetization models. We talked about WhatsApp group as a monetization model. We talked about mini courses. We talked about affiliates, and then we talked about product and services. And then in class 8, we actually focused on paid WhatsApp group as a case study. And in that class 8, we launched a paid WhatsApp group, which I believe that if you are serious with this tutorial series, you ought to have launched your own paid WhatsApp group. But if you didn't, that means you are just a spectator. You are just watching without being, what do you call it again? The people who are playing football or those who are playing the game, what do you call? They are contestants. You're expected to be a participant. You're expected to be a contester and not a spectator who is watching us as we are doing it and then you're only getting entertainment. That is having the feel of success without you enjoying the success. And you cannot win this way. So having said that, if you have launched your own paid WhatsApp group, today we will be listening to what the market is saying so that we can fix the leaks in our system. So let's look at the three languages of the market. I mean, market has three languages which you need to understand and also know how to interpret them so that you can take action based on the interpretation of the language. The language number one is the comment language. Comment language is also otherwise also called public interest. We have languages, comment like how much. When you post on your status and people send DM and say how much, so what it means that your value is clear, but your details or price are not clear, it's hidden. When you get DMs like, is this for real? What this means is that there is a trust gap. You need to show more of your process. Also use your own story to show that this is doable. If I can do it, you can do it, especially when your pain point is clear and the people see that the same pain that you experience, they are also experiencing the same pain. So at that point, what it means is that you have leveled up with them. I am on the same level with you, but I found a solution and then I implemented the solution and I got results. So if you are where I used to be and then you follow me, then the solution that I found and use and get results, if you also take it as I'm offering it to you and implement it, the probability that you get the result that I get is high because they say success will always leave clue. All right. So if you get uh comment like laughters and likes only, it means that you're only entertaining them, but you are not solving a painful problem. And we are not here as entertainers. We are not entertainers. We are not comedians. Neither are we actors. We are business people. We are online business people. We are digital entrepreneurs, and we are here to solve people's problem. You've identified a pain or a problem that has pen language, and then you are bringing a solution that will actually solve the problem. So if people are only laughing and then posting likes and then moving on, I mean, it is not what we want. We want the result. We want people to pay for our solution. So language number two is the language of DMs, private fears. So if you get DMs like, can I, can I questions, things like, can a student do this? Or can I use my phone to do this? The translation of this is that these are objections and people want to buy but are afraid of their own limitations. The action expected of you here is that when you get such DMs, your future content should answer them. If you don't have answer to it, copy that DM and then post it on ChatGPT and say that, okay, I am doing so. I launched so product using paid WhatsApp group. On my status, I posted this and people send this DM. Please give me 5 ideas that I can use to create content that will answer this. ChatGPT will give you. When it gives you, I mean, don't copy it and go and paste it the same way it gives you. You know, you have to adapt it so that it speaks to the to your audience. It speaks directly to your audience, so it's not like a generic thing. And that's how you actually establish yourself as a person of authority, somebody who is in charge of your market. So the language number three is the language of silence. This is the most common. If you launch your own paid WhatsApp group and then you get silent after you have actually launched it and get do your soft invitation and people did not respond, this particular one speaks to that situation. So how do you translate such silence? Silence usually means invisibility or confusion. If people are silent, it means that enough people are not seeing your status, or they saw your status but they are confused, they do not really understand. So like me, the same time I asked people to launch a paid WhatsApp group, I launched a paid WhatsApp group which was actually telling people to, I was inviting people to a 7 day do it yourself DIL DAILY intensive. Yeah, but then, after I launched it, people did not respond. I noticed that about 85 or 100% saw my status, but there was no response. So what I did is I checked those people who actually saw my status that I know that are actually working a 9 to 5, and I actually know that they are having, salary finishing, but the month has not finished problem. What I did is I sent them a DM and asking, I know that you are into this kind of thing. And I know, and I know that this which I posted might be relatable to you. I am following up to know if this is what you might want to know. And I sent that 25 DMs, and out of that 25 DMs, 15 replied. Some of them say I need to. I say I saw it, but I need to know more about it. Then I send them to my seller page where I have already set up this particular offer and has a kind of a sales copy that explains that offer very well. All right, so that's it, so that they can actually get to know more about it. Yes, nobody has bought, nobody has actually paid to join that, but some of them has joined the WhatsApp group that I created where we are going to actually have this course, but nobody has paid. But that doesn't mean I have failed. But what I need to do is to keep, doing follow up. At the end of the day, those who paid for that is DIY, that do it yourself, daily income intensive. I will keep them on the group, or I'll move them to another group where we'll start the training actually. Those who didn't pay, I will still keep them in that general group, and I'll keep, posting content that are actually educating and making them to trust me and then be able to pay. All right. So everybody will not pay at the same time. If you get one or two person that paid, start with those people and then teach them, and those people becomes your social proof. They become your beta testers, sort of. Because most times people want to see proof, they want to see review, they want to see that somebody has done what you're asking them to do and that person is getting result. It is one of the things that will help you online. If you don't have a social proof, I'm telling you, you will struggle. Then segment number two is talking about the no panic adjustment. When we don't get result, we seem to panic and we quit. But here, I am teaching you to use the CAP method, which is calm adjustment process, to prevent yourself from panicking and quitting early. Instead of panicking and quitting, all you need to do is that you need to look at your whole business model and see where you need to tweak to improve. So in this CAP method, the first step you will do is that check your visibility. And this is what we call the volume knob. Did you post once and go to sleep? You answer this. You need to sharp more. You need to increase your WhatsApp status update. I mean, you might say posting 5 to 10 WhatsApp, status a day is a very Herculean task. But I must tell you, if you must win on the online space, you need to flood people with content that attract. So don't just be posting one status per day and think that that will actually kill it. No, at least post up to 5 WhatsApp status. Again, know that now we are not doing advertisement. You are only doing organic marketing. So if you are doing organic marketing, you need to post more. You need to post more. It is only when you are doing paid marketing that you can do one advertisement that can actually win for you. But mind you, if you're doing advertisement, it might not be your first advertisement that will win. If you do your first advertisement and then you're not getting the result, you keep tweaking it until you get your winning ad. It is when you get your winning ad that you get people, joining your WhatsApp group, paid WhatsApp group, and then paying. All right. There is no easy way to the promised land. The children of Israel will have to walk for 40 years in the wilderness before they stepped into their promised land. But when you are walking on the shoulders of giants, when you are working with those who have already recorded success, it will cut down your 40 years experience into probably a 1 year experience or even 6 months experience. So since that you are actually doing organic marketing, you need to be posting more status, at least 5 a day, and not just anyhow, but post status that are actually showing your process, what you are doing, and probably the result that you are getting, the tips that people need to get, the how to kind of things, and then the challenges that they face, and then how they will overcome those challenges. These status that speak to the pain points of the people so that they can turn to become paid customers. Step number two is check your clarity. This is what we call the message knob. Is your offer AI training? If that it is, then this is vague. Or Is an offer how to use AI to write 30 days of content in 1 hour. I mean, this is clear. This shows what your offer is. Like mine, my aunt is a 7 days doing it yourself daily income intensive that will show you how to earn your first 50,000 naira in the next 30 days. 50,000 might look small, but the truth is this: when you have a small win, it gives you confidence and courage that you will get a big win. If you have your small win, that thing which you do to have your small win, all you need to do is to adapt it, clean it up, and relaunch it. This time you get more people. So if it takes maybe 10% for you to get 50,000 because you are selling a 5,000 naira product, or it takes you if you are selling a 3,000 naira product, it takes you 15 people to get 50,000. So now if you get 15,000, you can relaunch and launch heavier, and then you get 100%. If you get 100 persons buying your 3,000 naira course, what is that? 100 person buying 3,000 naira course. I think that's 300,000 naira. Hooray! So from 50,000, now you have made 300,000 naira. If you didn't get that small win, you might lose the confidence and quit. But when you have a small win, it gives you the confidence, and then you go harder. You take some of the revenue that you get from your small win and reinvest it, and that's how you get your big win. So step number three is check your trust. This is what we call the proof knob. If people are asking, does this work? It shows that there is a bit of trust issue. So what you can do here is that you use a social proof. Get a screenshot of you using the same tool, or you get a testimonial from a beta tester who has used what you are teaching them and get results. So when they see that, okay, you are doing it, you are not just teaching what you are not doing, that will actually convince them. When they see that people are using what you are teaching them and they're getting results, that will actually convince them to try. Here is a pro tip. If you get some of these DMs, what you do is that I've said it before, copy that DM and then put it on ChatGPT, on Gemini, and ask for help. When you paste, AI will always give you answer. When you paste that DM into AI and then you ask, what is the number one reason these people are not paying? Give me three post ideas to solve this fear. AI will give you, and when you give it those post idea, ask AI to help you develop those post idea. If you develop those post idea, look at it and then put the human element to it. Put your own language element to it, and then you start posting them on your status. That is the way to actually convince people. So here is a summary. Summary first, number one is the mindset. Don't change your goal. Your goal is daily income. What you need to change is your tactics. When you change your goal, you are not becoming consistent. If you're not consistent, you will not win. You have to persevere in one thing and then keep changing strategies and tactics. It is only strategies and tactics that will actually give you result, and not changing your goal. So if you launch your paid WhatsApp group and only two people joined, don't close the group, my dear. What you need to do is that teach those two persons like you have 100% in your group, because those people are your seed. They will serve you, because when you serve them very well, you get feedback from them, and then those feedback is what you use to iterate so that you can get your next 5 or 10 or 20 or 100 persons in your group. So here is the assignment. Assignment is, look at your last 3 days of posts and status updates. How many people viewed your status? How many DMs did you get? How many sales did you make? So from this data, you should also diagnose from those data so that you can move better. Pick your biggest bottleneck from this data. What do you think is actually stopping you from getting good results? Figure it out. It could be no one is seeing your status. That means visibility problem. It means that you have very few people that are actually on your WhatsApp channel. So what do? You need to get more people to see your status. Probably you might think of, who are 10 or 20 persons that are your friends that you can ask to also post your offer on their own status, especially people who have more people on their channel. Number two, if they are seeing your status but they're not asking question, this is a clarity or hook problem. It means that your status is not clear or your hook is weak. So if it's a hook problem, take that your hook, put it back on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, see, I launched this offer and I'm actually promoting using WhatsApp status to bring people into my paid WhatsApp group. But people are not asking questions. People are not responding. Please help me to tweak my hook and make it stronger, make it more compelling, make it more catchy, and make it more punchy. ChatGPT will actually give you a better hook and help you to, retweak your whole process so that you can get something that is speaking to the pen of the people and that can make them to stop the scroll and ads. Number three is that they are asking questions, but they are not paying. This one is a trust or price problem. Probably they do not trust you. If they do not trust you, what you need is you need a social proof. You need to show them that you are doing what you're asking them to do. If you have somebody who has already used what you are asking them to use, more like a beta tester, all you need is to ask that person to do testimonial for you, do a review, and then use their review as a social proof to build trust. If it's a price problem, probably you are overpricing. You need to actually add more offer, add more things to your offer that will make them feel like if they're going to pay, that they're actually having a win. They're actually having a key. What are the things that you can put more? You can put things like a checklist. You can put uh, prompt guide. You can put another ebook. You can record. You can go to YouTube and look for videos that are related to what you are teaching, and then download those videos and add them as bonus. I mean, there are so many bonuses you can add to your offer that will make your offer look more attractive at the price that you are selling it, so that people will buy. So here is the assignment. Write one new post today, specifically addressing the biggest objective you find in the step two. Step two, we talked about the your biggest bottleneck, whether it's the A or the B or the C. I mean, so you need to write one new post today that specifically address the biggest objection you found in step two. Example is, if people say, I don't have a laptop, make a post titled Three AI Tools You Can Use 100% on Your Android Phone to Earn. So this is an example of a WhatsApp status that did not get result. The first one, the green one, is a WhatsApp status that you posted, but nobody is responding. And then the blue one is a WhatsApp status that you posted, and people are joining your paid WhatsApp group. So it gives you an idea of what we are saying. So here is a pro tip. Week five is where the ordinary people quits. True. When people launch an offer and they do not get results, they get depressed or demoralized and quit. But also, week five is where the daily earners are made. You have to persevere, you have to be consistent, you don't give up. Whatever results you are getting, they are data. Just interpret the data and then take action. If you're taking action based on data driven decision, you will get an improved result. If you launch a paid WhatsApp group from our class 8 and your group is empty, it is not because you are bad. It is because your attract, which we did in week 2, needs a small tweak. You need to start, putting posts that speak to the pain points of the people, posts that are actually giving value to the people, posts that are attending to the issues that people are having, posts like how to, posts like tips, posts like behind the scene of your processes, posts that will show people what they need to do. People need people that will hold them by the hand and take them to the promised land, not people who are telling them do this and then they are not doing what they're doing. So go. and work on your results and do not give up. If you have not launched your own paid WhatsApp group, it is time you launch it because we are no more just teaching and then asking you to just read. Now we are taking action, and it is action that brings results. Till I come again your way on Friday for our class number 10, go do the assignments and post your results on the group.